Good morning, boils and ghouls, and everyone creepy in between. This is another episode of your average Ghost Mom podcast. Okay, so I'm going into this, first of all, with no notes because this is. I can't sit here and call it a crazy week, but I definitely have been taking some time for myself. Um, It's not that I've got a lot going on, it's I have, like, enough going on. I've kind of came to realize that one of my issues is if I have any free time on my hands, I don't know how to spend it. Like, "Oh, do the things that you enjoy doing." Well, I don't quite know. Like, I know what I like to do, but I also don't know what I like to do. It's like I like too many things, I have too many options, and I don't know what to pick, so then I just sit there doing nothing. So this episode, I'm choosing to talk about birthday celebrations. Yay! We all love birthday celebrations. So, last Sunday was Josh's birthday, and next Sunday is my birthday. So, we decided to just do a birthday celebration in the middle because we both don't really care to celebrate our birthdays. Like not like do anything like big party or anything, just kind of just like, yay, we're a year older. Go us. Like that's all. So, Sunday is today. Saturday is yesterday. Oh my goodness gracious. So, he didn't have anything planned, which was not expected of him, and he didn't know that I kinda had, like, some things planned. In my head, it was like, these are things that I kinda wanna go out and do, and if there's anything that he wants to do too while we're out, I would like to do those too. This is a place I wanna go eat at, this is a place I wanna go have dessert at, um, and I know that he would enjoy it too because they're places, like, we've been wanting to go or they're places that we enjoy going to. So, it's not that I had things planned to surprise him for, and then I would turn around and expect for him to have things planned for me. No, 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 no. It is not like that at all. Ooh. Um, shoot, I don't have a drink. Hold on. Let me go get a drink because I know my voice is gonna get super dried out because I'm the one doing all the talking. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I just remembered I have to make sure I bring in something to drink when I'm recording, or else my throat gets super dry and cracky. So, hold on. Okay, again, I'm drinking a body armor today. I'm drinking orange mango. Um, this is not like a sponsored ad or anything. I just really love body armor. And I also hear if you're pregnant that you should drink body armor because it helps with your supply if you're breastfeeding. So, just putting that out there. But I went grocery shopping today and I got body armor is just gonna be something I keep on hand now. I used to keep the white Gatorade, which has no dye in it. But then I found that all body armor doesn't have dye in it. Actually, let me double check that before I just spit some nonsense. Yeah, it doesn't have artificial dye in it. Um, so that's good. But yes. It doesn't have any dye in it, so we can have all the flavors and be good. And it's super hydrating. It's much more hydrating than Gatorade, I'm pretty sure. Um, and it has electrolytes in it, so I'm pretty sure. I think Body Armor is just all over better than Gatorade. It also doesn't taste as like sugary and sweet to me personally. So that's just that's just my opinion. So maybe I should look into this a little more. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, So I had like the whole day planned for yesterday, and it wasn't like just for me, it was things that I knew he would enjoy doing too. And we choose not to go out very often. Like, I work from home 5 days a week. He goes out and works 5 days a week. He has very long shifts. Sometimes he has to wake up extremely early sometimes. There's times when he's not home till like 6 or 7 in the afternoon. There's times when he has to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So during the week, we tend to not go out. And then on the weekends, sometimes we'll go out, sometimes usually we won't. We're both homebodies. And most of the time on the weekends, Ava's at her dad's. So we are able to like enjoy the peace and quiet in our homes, in our home without her. Like, don't get us wrong, we love her. He loves her so much. He has accepted her as his own, and it is a beautiful relationship that they have together. And I am so incredibly thankful that he is so accepting of her, because I know sometimes you can find people who love you but don't love your kid. And I know that Ava is not the easiest person to get along, not to get along with, but to deal with as an adult. I mean, but she's 5. So, but she's a handful, and he takes that handful every day. And it's very relieving as a mother who is dating somebody who's not her father. So, ideally, her dad has to love her because that's her dad. But he's not. And he doesn't have to, but he does. He chooses to, you know? And he really does love her. It's nice. But Saturday I decided, let's go out and do some things. Let's go out to these places. It'll be a nice surprise for him. So we started the morning, well, I started the morning off. I woke up, my body woke me up at its regularly scheduled biological alarm of like 7 a.m., which as an adult, it's fine because it gets me up, gets me moving, you know. Um, I can get things done during the day. I'm not waking up close to noon or 1 p.m. like I used to on my days off and not really have the day to do anything with. So, as an adult, it's nice. As someone who, in my head, I'm still 21 years old, it's really freaking annoying because it's like I can't sleep in. Sleeping in for me is like at least sleeping till 10. So, I'm like, bruh, really? I can't sleep in on my freaking off days? Okay, that's fine. I guess. Sure. Let's go be productive. Woohoo. But in this case, it was okay because I got up, got moving. I took a shower. I got dressed. I went out to Krispy Kreme and got us some birthday donuts and came home and surprised him. Um, I got a dozen. Half of them were original glazed, which in my TikTok I'm fixing to post today, I go into about how, look, Krispy Kreme is good. Don't get me wrong. I didn't grow up with Krispy Kreme. I grew up in a real small town. So, um, oh gosh, I don't know if I want to say it on here. I'll say this. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, in super duper East Nebraska. Okay. And the local bakery has the best glazed donuts. Like, every Friday in high school was Donut Friday, like, your homeroom, someone in the homeroom got to bring, like, a treat. Okay, it was a treat day every Friday. Maybe it was once a month. No, I thought it was every Friday. I don't know anymore, I can't remember. High school was so long ago. Oh my god, we're in 2025. High school was I graduated high school 10 years ago. I was a junior in high school 10 years ago. Oh my god. I'm fixing to have an existential crisis right now. This is crazy. 10 years ago. I don't remember jack crap from 5 years ago. Shall I remember what I had? Well, actually, no, I do remember what I had for lunch yesterday because yesterday was a special day. But usually you ask me, well, what'd you have for lunch yesterday? No, it was just a day. I was probably working because I work 5 out of 7 days. Do I even eat lunch? Sometimes not. Sometimes I eat at like 10 and it's just a little snack. Sometimes I just snack throughout the day. I don't actually like eat lunch. Sometimes I do eat lunch and that's all I eat and I don't remember that. Quit asking me hard questions. Okay, I'm just trying to get to tomorrow right now. Anyway, so I go to Krispy Kreme, and I get 6 glazed donuts, which if you're not gonna have the local bakery in my hometown, Krispy Kreme is exceptional. It's okay. Better than Dunkin'. Just putting that out there. Don't come at me. It's my opinion, okay? Dunkin', I'll go for their coffee because they have nice, super sugarified, sweet coffee, which I like. I'm a latte girly. I do. I like me a latte. So, just like an iced vanilla latte, that's all I need. And theirs is super sugary, so it tastes super goody. Um, I do like Starbucks, but usually if I go to Starbucks, it's for anything but coffee or anything but a cold coffee. If I want a hot coffee, I'll go to Starbucks. But usually I like to get like a tea or mainly when we go to Starbucks, I get a pink drink and right now it might be over, it might be too late, but they have a midnight drink which instead of strawberries in coconut milk, it's blackberries and sage in coconut milk. Which my sister, Hoopst, as you might remember from last episode or 2 episodes ago or whenever I said it, is allergic to coconut. So she replaces the coconut milk with tea, which it's okay. It's not my favorite. I definitely prefer the tea because of how it, or excuse me, I definitely prefer the coconut milk. Because something with the blackberry in the coconut milk is better than blackberry in the tea for me personally. It kind of it like relaxes the blackberry a little bit. Um, but there's an option for anybody who's allergic to coconut or doesn't like coconut milk in their drinks at Starbucks, or have it replaced with tea. Anyway, Krispy Kreme, focus, Saturday, birthday. Okay, sorry guys. So Saturday, go to Krispy Kreme. I got 6 glazed, and then I got 3 glazed donuts with strawberry frosting and sprinkles, and then I got 3 glazed donuts with chocolate frosting because that's what he wanted. And he forgot that he told me that, which is good because I asked him early enough in advance and I knew that he'd forget about it, so I was able to surprise him. So when I pop around the corner, I'm like, "Ee, guess what? Surprise!" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, Krispy Kreme!" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What did you get?" And I'm like, "Score." He's gonna be totally surprised, and then he's gonna remember that he told me. Maybe he might remember that he told me. He has Josh is like the okay, I'm gonna say this and it's gonna come across one way, but let me explain. Josh is like the manliest man, the boiliest man I have ever dated. This guy, he's like a stereotypical guy, okay? Like if I knew I could ask him 2 or 3 weeks in advance on what kind of donuts he wanted for his birthday, and that by the time it came to get them that he would have forgotten. I know. If it was my ex-spouse, he would have remembered, I think. Or he wouldn't have given me an answer because he doesn't really like sweet things that much. So, it could have gone one of 2 ways. But like this man, you tell him something, he'll remember in the moment and then he'll forget about it. Some things he forgets, some things he remembers, which is very, you know, if you time it right, you can play it to your advantage. So, I got his donuts, I got me a chocolate milk, I got him an orange juice. Um, because he had said the night before, he's like, "Oh, I need to drink some more orange juice," because he just thought he needed that. So he's like, "Okay, well, what are we doing today? What's the plans?" Because like he knew I kind of was up to something, but he didn't know what. And so I'm like, "Well, I am working on being more fluid with plans and stuff because one thing I learned about myself over the past like year is that so one of the things is like classic symptoms, signs of ADHD, which is like autism, ADHD, they go hand in hand pretty much. Um, that's why people have coined the term ADHD, like AUDHD. Um, is that transitions or changes are really hard to deal with and cope with. And at first, like all the examples I had seen on like TikTok, they're all like very like immediate changes. You know, they're very they all the examples I saw basically I saw and I was like, "Oh, I don't have that." You know, because it made it seem like the small or the immediate or the here and now stuff. But like for me, I came to terms in noticing that that was like a big thing for me is because, like, I've had these really big life plans, and none of them basically have worked out how I wanted. And, like, that's something that still haunts me, basically. Like, it's kind of always sits in the back of my head that I feel like I'm a failure because I didn't graduate college. I feel like I'm a failure because I'm not into school teaching right now. Which hindsight's 2020 on that one because, baby, I'm glad I'm not a teacher. I love teaching, don't get me wrong, I love spreading knowledge and information and making people, enlightened on things, but in this day and age, no ma'am. I'm not risking my life to go be in a school to get paid $2 an hour. Hell no. So, but I still, like, even though, like, outwardly, I'm like, "Yeah, no, everything's fine." Inside, I didn't graduate college. I'm not a teacher. I got pregnant before I wanted to get pregnant, and I'm not married to the father of my child. Like, those were kind of like the big things that I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this. This is how my life is gonna go, and it's gonna be great." And then, like, none of that worked out. And so, like, in the back of my head, I'm plagued with the black cloud of you're a failure because you didn't do any of that. And those are your goals. And if you don't reach your goals, you're a freaking failure. So now you get to live with that, Chrisana. And those are the changes because like I'm a very determined person. Determination is something that is an attribute that I have, and if I can generally like look at something and determine and tell myself, "Oh, I can do that," you know, or I can look at something and say, no, I can't do that, or I can't do that by myself, you know. When it comes to like building things or making things or having something come together, or like a project, generally speaking, I can determine if I'll be successful or not, and I'm always right. Like me building a house, no. But me putting up that 15-foot trampoline by myself, I can probably get to it until we get to putting on the actual, like, bouncy part, like that big elastic sheet, you know? I'll need help with that. But I can probably put the whole thing up by myself. It's gonna take me all day. It might even take me all week, depending on how hot it is, but I can get that done by myself. Like, I can be Miss Independent when I wanna be, when I need to be. Um, so, yeah, just and also when it comes to plans being changed in the sense of when I make the plan. Like when I sit here and I hyper focus on a plan and I hyper focus on what we're going to do, where we're going to go, what order it's going to be, approximately how long that's probably going to take, when we're leaving, when we're coming home, you know, how the weather's going to be. Like I take into account so much when I make plans and then when somebody else goes and changes it and says, "Oh, well, actually, I didn't wanna go here, I thought we could go there instead." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that boils my blood, because it's like, something I didn't realize, but now I know, is I don't take 2 changes on my things. If you're the one who makes the plan, then A, first of all, you better have a good detailed plan so I know what to expect, so mentally I can be prepared. But B, if you change your own plan, that's fine. Baby, I'm here for the ride, you know? You wanna go do this and then do this, but then you change your mind in the middle and you actually wanna go here? That's fine. I'm here with you. I'm here to support you. This is the plan that you made. My hands are out of the pot. Whatever you wanna change, that's okay. But if I make the plans, do not change my plans. Oh my lord. So, something I've been working on is being more fluid because when I would make plans growing up, being a young adult, I never accounted for the variable, you know, in making the equation of the plan. I never put X in there, as maybe there's a wreck or maybe there's a wait at the restaurant, you know, or maybe we just don't even go to that restaurant. Maybe we end up choosing a different restaurant or something. So, one thing that, Josh and I talked about because I'm a planner, um, when we were talking kind of like about our future plans and stuff, he was like, "Well, you need to, I'm like, A, B, C, I need what's the game plan for these?" And he's like, "I don't know, it's still up in the air." I said, "No, no, 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 no. It's been up in the air for too long, okay? I just need to know, are you thinking about these things or not? I just need to know, does it need to stay as a maybe, but it's not out of sight, out of mind, or what?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a maybe. If things are still need to stay, as we say, as Josh and I call it, fluid, that's fine. If it's, but I need to know that this thing exists, that this is something that I am concerned about." Oh, hold on just a second. Baby daddy's trying to get a hold of me. Sorry, y'all. Ava's dad was just needing to get a hold of me about dropping Ava off and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, like if plans need to stay fluid, that's fine. I just need to know that I'm not the only one still thinking about these plans, like the big lifelong plans. But I'm working on, accounting for variables to pop up in plans and I'm working on being more fluid with plans. So, when I made Saturday's plans, I just said I'd like to go to, I'd like to go out here and there. I had only made lunch or no, excuse me, dinner and dessert plans. And then maybe I said if there's any stores you want to go to, and he goes, "Yeah. There was there's some comic book board game stores that he has been wanting to go to and take me to. One of them is the Raging Gazebo in Madison. Um, and then the other one that he wanted to go to was the Deep in Huntsville. And he needed to get his hair cut. So I was like, okay, okay, cool. So this is like potentially a few hours of being out. That's awesome because him and I don't go out. So the couple times in a month that we do go out together, I really enjoy. So I was like, okay, we can either do it like this or we can do it like this, or really it's kind of like up for, if you have ideas about how you want to do this or that, or do you want to eat lunch or do you want to eat dinner? And, like what are you thinking? And he's like, "Oh, well, my friend, he finally, he's gonna be home like in the afternoon. I'd really like to get on and play some games with him." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, of course. Like, there's going to be free time. When do you want the free time?" Is basically kind of like, do you want to do the free time in the morning and then we go eat lunch and then we go out to the stores, or do you want it to do later? So we go out to these places and we go eat dinner and then we go to dessert or something, so we ended up um getting ready, getting up, get going after breakfast, donuts. And we went and got his hair cut done first. And then I looked at these places, the Raging Gazebo and the Deep, and the Raging Gazebo is closed Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And both Josh and I are like, "Why the heck would you be closed on the weekend? What?" The weekend is, like, always the time to be open because that's when most people are off from work. Okay, whatever. So, we didn't go to the Raging Gazebo, but we did go to the Deep, which is such a cool place. It's been there for, like, 30 years, he said, I think, and they have so many different board games. They have a huge comic section. They've got a bunch of collectibles and stuff, and, upstairs, they have a it's called the game room, but it's more of like board game room, not console play game room, so they have, like, some D&D tables, and I think Warhammer is something, and then they probably have, like, a couple open tables to just, like, pick whatever games you wanna play kind of thing, and so, we didn't go up there. It sounded kinda busy up there, and I didn't wanna put myself in that situation, but oh my gosh, this place was so expansive, and they had just the coolest things, and they had some, okay, a comic book being a single issue comic book, like what you're thinking of. But then they also have books of the comic books. So, like, if a whole series of comic books, like, if the 1st issue, 2nd issue, 93rd, 94th, 95th issue, and it's all, like, the same series, and then, like, that, like, "season," quote, unquote, ends, they have all of those put into, like, a book. So you don't have to buy all the individual copies, you can have the whole series right there in a book. And I don't think that's called a graphic novel, but now I'm starting to think maybe that's what a graphic novel is. Someone wants to let me know what the difference between a book of comic books and a graphic novel is. I am down to get educated. So let me know. Send me a message on Instagram, shoot me an email telling me how dumb I am. I don't care. Like, educate me. So we went there. It was really cool. I literally have the next like 6 or 7 gift giving times planned now. He pointed out so many different things, and I'm like, oh, okay. I see. So I can get this one for Christmas, and this one for your birthday, and then that one for Christmas, and maybe I'll get one of these for your anniversary. I'm set for the next few years of gift giving for him. I've got it. So we went there, and then we went across to the mall because Ava's birthday is coming up at the end of May. Her birthday is June 2. I'm having the party on May 31st, um, which is the Saturday right before her birthday. And we're doing, lo and behold, this child, she definitely is she definitely fits in with, the family. I mean, of course, she would fit in because I bore her, but I'm just saying she is filling in some shoes. She wants a Barbie Godzilla birthday party with a little bit of axolotl. Because I tell you what, she first was like, I asked her, a few weeks back, like, "Oh, what theme do you want?" She goes, "Oh, unicorn cat." And I'm like, "Okay, sure. I can do that. We can do that. I can make that happen." And then, I wait like a week or 2 and I'm check in with her, like, "Oh, are we still set on unicorn cat?" And I'm like, "Or maybe I noticed you really like Godzilla or you like Barbie. Maybe we do Godzilla Barbie?" And she goes, "Oh, yes." And I'm like, "Okay. All right, Godzilla Barbie, sure, let's do that." And then I check in like a week or 2 later, "Are we still set on Godzilla Barbie?" And she goes, "Axolotl." And I'm like, "Okay, child, I love you. I don't think I can give you an axolotl birthday party." Because I know axolotls are very in, but I'm starting to notice a decline as I'm not seeing all the axolotls that I used to see. And with them being in, any axolotl thing is going to be a little bit more expensive than normal. So, how about we stick to Barbie Godzilla? Because Barbie birthday theme, Godzilla birthday theme, that's easy to find. Axolotl birthday theme? So let's stick to Barbie Godzilla and I'll sprinkle in some axolotl. How about that? And she goes, cool. So I'm like, okay, cool. Got it. So we go over to the mall because I'm like, okay, I haven't gotten anything axolotl for her. The theme is Barbie Godzilla. I've got the decorations and like the physical party aspect of Barbie Godzilla down, and I got her some Barbie Godzilla birthday stuff. But now we need to get a couple axolotl things. So went over to the mall because my sister gave me the really good idea. The mall is a place where like those random stores are, and that's probably a better place to find axolotl stuff right now. Is not like Target. 'Cause I searched Target. Target doesn't have anything axolotl. I searched Walmart. Walmart doesn't have anything axolotl. Not in store. I probably could have found some stuff online, but I don't really like to shop online because um I like to be able to see, hold, touch, feel the quality of the item that I'm getting and, comparing it to how much I'm paying for that. Whereas like online, they might charge you $50 for some poorly made thing, or like the pictures you see online doesn't even quite match what you actually got. We've all been there. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't enjoy taking that risk if I can help it. So I at least wanted to exhaust my options in store before I resorted to purchasing online. So I'm like, okay, we're right across the street from the mall. Let's just go to the mall, because the one store already is closed. So let's go to the mall. Go to the mall. We try a couple unique shops in which we thought, and we did. One of them did is this huge squishmallow. Well, okay, really, it's not even that big because we saw a bigger one. It's like a medium-sized squishmallow-ish kind of axolotl for $125. It's maybe like 2 feet tall by 2 feet wide, and I'm like, not for $125. I love my child. Don't get me wrong. I'm not purchasing a 2 foot squared axolotl for over $100. I would pay maybe $20 for that, but don't tack on an extra one in the front. No, ma'am. Let's go somewhere else. If I absolutely cannot find anything else axolotl, then maybe I would resort back to this, you know? But no. And that's the only axolotl thing that we found almost in that dang mall. One of the stores I had looked at on Google when I was trying to find a different comic book slash um board game store to go to replace the Raging Gazebo, I didn't realize was in the mall. So I'm like, oh hey, this is that other store that I was talking about of maybe going. Let's just like stop in here and just see because, oh okay, we're going around. Lo and behold, in the middle of this store was a little Beanie Baby or like tie toy, whatever, little Christmas tree shaped um stuffed animal rack, and there was one axolotl for less than $10 on it. And I said, bingo, baby, let's grab that while we're here. So we were successful on the mall trip. Well, in the middle, at the end of going to that store, I was like, oh, like I gotta go to the bathroom. So we're like, okay, well, we got what we got. How about let's try and find a bathroom, and if not, then we'll go eat lunch because we had made up our minds to go eat lunch instead of dinner, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, we're on our way back to the part of the mall that we parked at. I haven't seen a bathroom. That's okay. Like I can hold it. The restaurant is only 0.3 miles away. It's on the other side of the street. So that's fine. Get in the car, go across, and oof. Ladies, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you need to go pee, but it just doesn't feel right. There's a little bit of a urgency, but it's not urgent because you're like, okay, I don't need to go, but like it's starting to tingle down there in the wrong kind of way. So we get to the restaurant, we get sat. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom and it burns, and I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not about we're not about to do this today. So this is my TMI content warning. So you have been warned. I honestly would probably just fast forward maybe 2 minutes. If there's a 30-second button, hit it 3 or 4 times from here, okay? 'Cause girl, I got in that bathroom, I sat down, I went pee, and it burned, and I said, "No, no, not this. We're not doing this today. What's I woke up, everything was fine. What do you mean? Suddenly I'm gonna go pee and it's gonna burn. Like, what are we doing, honey?" So I get back to the table and I sit down and I'm like, "Oh no, it is starting to burn down there." And then I suddenly kind of have like this slight urge that I need to go to the bathroom again. And I'm like, no, 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 no. We're not. Oh my God. And like, look, I don't ever get UTIs, right? This is maybe like my second or third in my whole life. And I'm 27 years old next week. I have been blessed by not having to have any sort of frequency to UTIs whatsoever. So I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh my God. I have so many things that I want to do today. I cannot afford to cut them off to go sit on a toilet for a few hours, you know? Like, oh my gosh, it made me so mad. So I'm sitting there and we're trying a new restaurant. It's called City Cafe. What is it? City Cafe Restaurant, maybe? City Cafe Bistro? I don't know. It's a City Cafe Diner, maybe? I don't know. It's right next to the Cracker Barrel on Drake Avenue for anyone who lives in this area. We've never had it, but we've been by there a few times. We're like, "Ooh, that's a place we wanna try." So we decided to go there for lunch, which I was gonna take him to the Blue Plate Cafe for lunch or dinner, but he had suggested, "How about we do City Cafe?" And I was like, "Perfect," because I wanted that at-home cooked meal, that comfort food, and I know that we both like the Blue Plate Cafe. We've been there before, so I know if there's something there that he'd like and there's something there that I'd like. Um, so he suggested City because we had never had it, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah." It's also, like, the money side of it. Really, we would have gone to, like, a new steakhouse out in Madison. There's a couple steakhouses out there that we wanna try, but they're, like, 50 to $100 a person, and I'm like, That's not in the budget this time." But we can say one of those for a nice date night. How about that? So we go to City Cafe, I sit down, and I'm like, "Huh, huh." Oh my gosh, and, like, the anxiety hits me because not only it's not someone else's changing my plan, it's I have planned on this for, like, a week now, and now my own body is telling me, "Nope, not gonna happen, girlfriend." So I'm like, "Jesus freezes, my guy, what the heck?" And, so we're sitting there, and I'm trying to, like, focus on anything but the pain, okay? And I'm like fiddling with my fingers, I'm like trying to pay attention to the music, but I'm starting to get like overwhelmed. I'm starting to get like overstimulated because the pain is is taking up so much of my focus that I'm trying to not focus on it, but like the music is like starting to like become overbearing, the amount of people in there, like the amount of talking is starting to become, like, too much. I'm trying to, like, focus on the TV because they have the NFL drafts going on, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, NFL, like, I let me focus on this, let me just, like, get anything off my brain." I'm starting to, like, get hot. I'm like, oh my gosh," and I'm, like, getting upset because I'm like, "Dude, I don't want this right now. Give it to me tomorrow when I'm home alone," like, not home alone, but, like, when I'm home all day. Don't do this on a day when I have plans, because that's really gonna, like, make me mad. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and, Josh is like, "Hey, look, do you want, like, an appetizer? Maybe you're just hangry?" And I'm like, "Josh, this is not the pain of hunger, okay? Trust me. I know the difference between what's going on downstairs right now and the pain of hunger, and they're not the same. Don't don't sit here and try to tell me, or even suggest. Don't even suggest, "Oh, maybe you're hangry." I will end your life right now if you suggest that ever again. Jesus criminy. So, we get the quesadillas as an appetizer because it's under the appetizer list. it takes forever for that to come out, and I'm like, "Oh my god, like, please." Like, I'm about to be, like, sweating in here. My leg is shaking, my hand I need something to do with my hands, but I'm so hot, and really, I just wanna hold Josh's hand, but I can't because his hands are really hot, and my hands are hot, and I'm getting hot, and his hot hands on my hot hands are gonna make me even hotter. I'm just, I just wanna go home, but I don't because I want to eat this food. So, I am trying to not freak out at this table over the amount of pain that I am feeling. And like, look, that's the other thing. Is like I've not really had this. So to be experiencing this kind of pain in the place where it's at is like a new sensation to me. And so where some girls get periods and they have cramps every single month and it's like a level 12 out of 10 cramp, eventually you get used to that pain. Um, and since I've not experienced this kind of pain frequently, on one hand, I'm like, dude, I'm just being a fucking baby. Cause like, there's people who get UTIs like once a year, twice a year, which is crazy to me. And they're like, oh yeah, no, it burns, but like, you get used to it. And I'm like, shoot, I've never had this, so I'm not used to it. Freaking out my brain. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we get this quesadilla for an appetizer, and it comes out like as a whole plate. Quesadilla, pico de gallo, a big old scoop of jalapenos and fries. And we're like, oh, interesting. This looks like it's a meal. Maybe the cook read it wrong, but either way, cool. So get quesadilla, I get the sour cream, he gets the salsa, the jalapenos. He said the jalapenos were hot. I did not think the jalapenos were hot. Maybe that's just our different white genetic codes coming out right there, but they're pretty good. The fries, pretty good. Ketchup, I don't know. Ketchup was weird. It didn't taste, you know what? It didn't taste, I think I expected the fries to be more like Five Guys fries, and it just wasn't hitting it for me, and that's probably why the ketchup tasted weird. It's because I was expecting fresh cut peanut oil fried fry in ketchup, and that was not it. For my um European listeners, I'm talking about chips for the record. So, we get that, it comes out, and I can kind of like subdue some of my anxiety into like eating, and then we get done, and then probably like maybe like 7 minutes later, our food comes out. So I got a Reuben burger with a side of potato salad, and he got, I think it's like a Texas barbecue burger or like a Southern barbecue burger, something like that. And I think he got quote unquote Texas potatoes, which they had Texas potatoes. Maybe it was Texas fries. I thought it was Texas fries, house fries, or French fries. And I was like, interesting. Either way, whatever he got, it was just chunked potato. It was like, gosh, I can't think of the word. I can never think of the words. What is this? Like, what, the umpteenth time I'm making an episode and I can't remember the freaking word? It's chunked potato that's just like pan fried. So it's crispy outside, fluffy inside. That's it. Which they're really good. He got cheese on them and they got those potatoes really nice and crispy. It was pretty good. Um they did not put the Russian sauce on my burger, which I thought was an interesting move. They left it on the side. So like I had to and I couldn't exactly just open it up either because the cheese was stuck really good to the burger and the bread. Um But they did it on a pumpernickel rye. They had the sauerkraut, they had Swiss cheese, and they had burger. And then the Russian sauce on the side, which, like, technically, a Reuben is supposed to be made with, like, Russian sauce, but there's also Russian sauce and Thousand Island are so close to each other. There's, like, a couple ingredient difference. So, really, we're probably most people know it's Thousand Island on a Reuben. Technically, it's Russian sauce, but they're practically the same thing, you know? It's like mayo and aioli. They're like the same thing, okay? So, the potato salad that I got, it was good. I don't know, I thought I was in more of a mood for potato salad than I thought I was, I guess. It also could have been the fact that I was trying to take my mind off of some pain, so maybe that's why I wasn't so into the potato salad. But Josh is a potato salad guy. I'm more of a macaroni salad person, but like a very specific macaroni salad. Um, but I do like potato salad. So since he had got um fried potatoes, I didn't want to get like a fried side because the grease really messes with my stomach these days. And I didn't want a side salad this time because that's usually what we do. Like if we don't want like a greasy side, it's usually a side salad. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get potato salad this time because we always get side salad if we don't get fries. And it was good. No, like if you like potato salad, I would give them a good recommendation. My burger wasn't seasoned, which I thought was kind of odd. So, like, I definitely needed the Russian sauce on my burger, which I just put on my bites. Like, I would take my knife and, like, spread it on the part I was about to bite next. So, it was really good. And he had the whatever barbecue burger. It was good too. Again, the burger wasn't seasoned, which I thought was kinda weird, but 'tis what 'tis. And, but, I mean, the barbecue sauce, and then it had, sautéed onions and then cheeseburger bun. It was good. It was very yes, like, if you want it was very chicken finger in a fancy restaurant. Like, if you needed a safe option to have at this place, the barbecue burger is a safe option. And then, like I said, he had whatever those potatoes were, and they were pretty good. Um, they if you know what a Village Inn is, it's a restaurant. I wonder if it's only a Midwest chain, but they do cakes and desserts Village Inn style. So like when you walk in, there's the cold cases and there is so many different cakes. There might have been pies. I don't quite remember because I knew in the back of my head, oh, we're not going to get like any dessert here because we're going to the peach cobbler factory, which I had never heard of before, but there's one by our house. Um, and they sell different kinds of cobblers, and we've been wanting to go there for a while. Like every time we see, we're like, oh yeah, we gotta go try that place sometime, you know? So I was like, oh, you know what? We'll do that for our birthday because I want to go, he wants to go, we'll go there. And it's by the house too, so we can get it like going on the way home or something. Girl, by the time we were done eating, and really we had one more store we wanted to go to. It was on the way home. It was like a Lego store that he wanted to go in and see what kind of like Lego packages they had. I was like, babe, I can't. Like, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to cancel going to the Lego store. We're gonna have to cancel getting dessert like right now. I mean, also we had just got done eating lunch, and so we were like super duper full anyway. Excuse me. So getting a dessert right now was a little unreasonable. Like, we can always just, like, go back out and get it really quick because it's only, like, a 3-minute drive from our house anyway. So, that's kinda what we did. I was like, "Babe, I'm sorry, like, I need to go home. I need to try whatever I can try, um, to get this burning not here anymore." And I was really kind of irritated and contemplating, like, what to do because, ugh, love American health insurance. So, my plan covers Huntsville Hospital, and it covers Huntsville Hospital physicians, and it covers Huntsville Hospital specialties like the OB and the dermatologist. It does not cover Huntsville Hospital urgent cares, nor does it cover any of the other 4 urgent cares in my area. I think there might be one urgent care, but it's literally all the way on the north side of like, past the north side of town, and I live on the way south side of town. So I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm going to an urgent care. Like if I need something, I'd go to the emergency room. Um, but the co-insurance on that is crazy, so I really don't want to have to go to the emergency room. But they do have a teledoc option. And so, but that's $90 for a teledoc call. And I'm like, golly, like if I just had an urgent care in my area, that's like a $15 copay. That's easy. I can do that. But I don't. So it's like $120 for just like the flat visit. Well, or I just do the teledoc call. But I wasn't sure if they would prescribe me the medication I needed without running a test. But I was like, dude, I can't. Like, we got home, I left everything in the car and I ran in the house and I sat on that toilet and I just sat there for like probably a half hour and I was like, okay, let me see if I can do like an Epsom salt soak bath, you know, just try to ease the pain a little bit because the Google machine said that sometimes it can help relieve the pain, but it's not going to treat it. It's not going to cure it, but it will help relieve pain. So I did that in maybe 10 minutes. In 10 minutes of being in the bath, it started to burn bad. And I was like, "Oh my god." Like, ugh. Oh, god, I hated it. So, I get out and, like, on the toilet, dude, I'm calling Teladoc and I'm like, "Please, please, I'm having so much pain, and I've never really done this, not recently at least." And he's like, "Yo, what are your symptoms?" And I'm like, "What the fuck do you think my symptoms are? Burning when I urinate and frequent urinating when I don't need to urinate. Like, what?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll get it called in. Is this your pharmacy?" And I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Okay, it's sent. Get better." And I'm like, "Cool, dude. Thanks." And then, like, it takes an hour. Okay. It took an hour this time for my pharmacy to get the prescription filled because my pharmacy ended up having a power outage for a little bit that day. And I'm like, great, awesome. Of all of the days and of all of the prescriptions, it's this one on this day. Ugh. Oh my gosh. So my amazing boyfriend, I love him so much more than he might ever know. I said, "Babe, will you please go to the pharmacy and will you please get my prescription?" And he said, "Of course." I said, "And since you're out, do you want to stop at the peach cobbler factory and get our dessert that I had planned on getting us?" And he goes, "Of course." Ugh, this man, what a saint. What a team player. You know what I'm saying? And like I was so embarrassed because I'm like, gosh, like a UTI can be really embarrassing. You know, it it can be. And especially like we've been dating not quite a year. I think we're maybe 9 months or something. Um, so, like, we've gone through, like, some interesting situations, but, like, once you're starting to get into other situations, like the health-related situations, especially when you start to get into feminine health that you can't fix, because 'cause you're like, periods, whatever. All I'm gonna say is he's a team player when it comes to periods, and I only have 4 periods a year. I choose to skip. I only have one once a quarter, so it's not even like that, But, like, he's not bothered by them. He's like, like, that's part of life. Like, it is what it is, Big whoop, you're not pregnant, cool beans. Periods, I can control that. I can fix my problem with that, A UTI, I can't get off the toilet. Sir, I can't move until you get me that prescription and I take a pill and it starts to work. I'm not moving. I can't. So he goes out and he comes back and oh, he's so wonderful. He even brought me a drink because they were big horse pills. Like he knows I don't normally need a drink when I'm taking a pill. I'm able to just throw it back and swallow it, even the dry ones, because I know like gel coated ones are easy to throw back and swallow, but like the dry ones, those can be tricky. But normally I'm fine. But these were horse pills. I'm talking like as big, if not actually a little bigger than like your first digit on your pinky. Huge. So he even brought me a drink when he came back into the room with all the stuff. And he's just, oh, this is so sweet. We just like laid in bed. We were watching some stuff, eating our peach factory cobbler, which I'll post the photos of what we got on Instagram. And yeah, he's just so sweet. So that really that was our birthday celebration, which I felt so bad, but tis what tis. Crap happens, you know. Um so then yeah, that was it. We had our peach cobbler factory. Oh, I forgot one last thing. So I had this really funny idea. So he happens to be a sweets guy. So if I would have got him cupcakes, he definitely would have been like, "Ooh, yeah, cupcakes." But I wanted to make him quote unquote man cupcakes. So instead of doing like a cake batter, I did cornbread muffins. And then instead of frosting, I did mashed potatoes. And then, you know, in children's books, cupcakes are always served with a cherry on top. And so I did a popcorn chicken piece on top and then salt and pepper sprinkles. So I made him his man cupcakes. And that's basically kind of what we had for dinner because after lunch we'd kind of just been snacking, so we really didn't need like an actual dinner. So I made those and surprised him with it and he loved it. He was like, "That's so creative. That's so cool." And I'm like, "Thanks. I thought you'd really like them." You know, they're savory cupcakes. So I did that for him. I was feeling much better that evening. Um, and then basically just kind of finish our night like just laying back and just enjoying the space together. That's one thing about him that I love is that we don't need to be doing something. We don't need to be interacting with each other. We don't need to be doing something together. Just sitting in the same room as him, that's good enough. That's all I want. Like, let me just be in your company. Let me just be in your presence. I don't actually want to talk to you all the time, but if I can just have your energy in the same area as my energy, that's what I want. I want the freedom to be able to do whatever the heck I want to do, just as long as you're here with me. Not doing it with me because you're gonna get in my way. But just knowing that we're in the same room and like at any moment, one of us can just look over and be like, "Hey, I love you." Just be like, "Thanks, I love you too." You know, because the freedom to do what I want to do without feeling guilty is the one side in which he is so good at equally balancing with giving me the attention I want when I want it. Because it's generally when he wants attention, or even if it's not a time when he wants attention, he'll give me attention when I want it. And then when he wants to give me attention, like when he needs attention, I give it to him too, you know? It's just a simple like, "Hey, like, will you come can we go cuddle on the bed for a little bit?" Or like, "Hey, do you wanna watch a movie tonight or something?" Sit on the couch together. Because one thing we always do is, like, we have a show we watch during dinner. So, like, that's one of our kind of bonding times is we always watch this show when we are eating dinner. And so, we might watch, like, an episode or 2, and then throughout the episode, we make comments and stuff. Like, it's a really good show. We're watching Once Upon a Time, which is like a Disney soap opera. It's I didn't realize exactly like what a modern soap opera was like until like how like the streaming services will kind of put like three adjectives about like what kind of show or movie it is, like horror, fiction, mystery, soap opera was one of them for this show and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even realize it was a soap opera, but it totally is. It's like super drama, like almost unrealistic drama." But yeah, so that's what we like to watch, and we get to bond with each other over it. And at night when we have like a wind down time, Generally, we go to bed at the same time. Like, if one of us goes to bed, the other one, like, just wants to come too. Um, so we get to wind down together at the end of the night, you know? And when he gets home during the weekday, like, if not much has happened in his workday or it's a short enough little tale, he'll tell me before he takes a shower. But usually while I'm cooking or I just got home with Ava, we'll kind of like share with each other about like what happened in our day today, you know? So we have our moments throughout the days where we have those bonding times. So then when it's the weekend, I don't feel inclined that I like, oh no, like I haven't gotten to see him like all week or whatever, because I don't want a big block of spending time with my significant other. Like, I would really just rather go do my own thing, but like, know that I still love you, you know? Know that like, I'm not wanting to be here. Like, I want to be here with you, but like, I don't really want to, the things I want to do I don't need you to do them with me, you know? Like, I'm perfectly content. Like, we enjoy doing our own things, but still being in the house with each other. Like, that's what we like to do. And it works perfectly. Like I said, because we both consciously balance it with giving each other undivided, individualized attention and bonding time when we need to, as we need to, you know? And so It's it's a really good fit. It's working out really well. Um, but yeah, so just getting to go out with him for our birthday celebration like that, and even though it didn't end how I wanted it to, it still ended pretty good. Um, we ended up watching Ghost Hunters. Ghost Hunters did a couple extra seasons, like they're back together but not. Um, he has a Disney subscription. It's like the triple deal package, like Disney, Hulu, and like something else. Or no, it's well, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, but it's Disney and like a couple other apps, but it's all combined onto the Disney app. So when I say like a streaming service, it's only because like I don't know which one it is, if it's Disney or if it's Hulu or I mean, because he has Netflix too, so like maybe we watch Netflix. I don't know, but Ghost Hunters, I was able to access it from the Disney app, and it's not the original team, it's a new team, but one of the original members brought it back together and runs it. And so they have 2 seasons on a streaming service somewhere. And so I started watching that and he came over and sat on the couch and we were watching that together last night and then we went to bed. So, yeah, I've just been taking it like really chill, really easy. I've just take every day as it comes. Don't stress over stuff, you know, but I do have like some intangible ideas. Intangible, untangible? I have some non-tangible thoughts that I need to put on paper. Oh, total side note. When I was grocery shopping today at Aldi, because I love shopping at Aldi, um, they have okay, the tag says it's a bird feeder. Yeah, technically it's a bird feeder, but really it's a squirrel feeder. Um, I purchased it. It's like a 9-inch by 4 or 5-inch. Well, no, you include the seats. It's probably like a 9-inch by like 7-inch picnic table, like miniature picnic table. And I'm trying to get my unkind murder started. So a group of crows is called a murder, and a group of ravens is called an unkindness. So I'm trying to get an unkind murder. I bought some unsalted roasted peanuts. I'm part of a crow group, and I know that they like peanuts from that. I don't know if they like them roasted though, but I assume it'd be easier to eat roasted because the shell should crack easier. So we'll see if I attract any birds or if I only attract squirrels. Uh, we'll see, but I will definitely keep you guys updated on that because that'd be really cool if I could have a pack of crows keeping an eye out on me, bringing me cool little trinkets and stuff. That'd be such a fun little segment to do. But anyway, um you know what? I'm just gonna I know we're at like that hour mark, but I really just wanted to throw this in because I was talking about like my birthday celebration in our birthday celebration, mine and Josh's. I really just wanted to throw in I am so excited for Ava's birthday. So like I said, we're doing the party on May 31st. I have been planning this since last month. Um, because if I plan it for 2 months, I can spread out I can, like, distribute the cost of party supplies between 2 or 3 months and not just, like, put the whole party cost, like, on my credit card in 1 month. So, Barbie Godzilla. Okay, here we go. We're doing hamburgers and hot dogs, um, and, like, chips, I'll have, like, actual food for people to eat. But, there's gonna be pink lemonade for Barbie, and then I'm making, snickerdoodle cookies, and I'm, like, putting Godzilla's footprint in it for the Godzilla side. For the cake, I decided, I'll let Ava's dad because, of course, Ava will have, like, 2 birthday parties every year for her childhood, you know? So I'll let Ava's dad do, like, the regular, like, cake. I wanna do a fun cake. So I'm doing a s'mores cake this year, and it's gonna be a 2-tier. The bottom layer is going to be it's a yellow cake mix with cinnamon, and then there's going to be I'm gonna poke the holes in it, and I'm gonna melt chocolate chips and marshmallow and drizzle that on it, and then I'm doing, like, a layer of graham crackers, and then I'm doing a layer of marshmallow fluff, and then the top layer of cake is gonna be chocolate, and then I'm gonna do, like, graham cracker layer, and then instead of doing frosting, I'm doing marshmallow fluff. And, on the top of the cake, because this is it's a big sheet cake that I'm doing, I found on sale the last it was half off even, the last, um, foot tall by, like, foot in a few inches for the tail Godzilla, like, figurine, and actually it's an animatronic, like, it has a remote that you can control it with if you put batteries in it, but I found this huge Godzilla. I'm gonna put it as one of the cake toppers. And then I found a Barbie, and I'm gonna like have her like be fighting Godzilla. And then in the background is gonna be graham cracker buildings, and they're gonna be like crushed and half eaten and on fire and like the city's in ruins. And it's gonna be like a s'mores cake. And I'm so excited because I really like what I'm envisioning is gonna turn out so good, and, like, I'm doing the chocolate as a top layer of the cake, the top cake layer is gonna be chocolate because, like, part of the earth is gonna be in ruins, and so there's gonna be, like, piles of dirt, and it's oh. Gosh, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I think this cake is gonna turn out so good. My only concern is that the Godzilla might be too heavy and hopefully it doesn't, like, sink into the cake, like, hopefully the cake is somewhat sturdy enough to keep Godzilla up, is what I'm hoping for. Ooh, I just thought of a really good idea on how to fix that. They had, short little wooden dowels. I might could put that underneath in the cake, and then because my idea is to have, like, Godzilla on a road, so, like, a graham cracker road, and, oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Ava came home. I had to go open the front door. But anyway, so s'mores cake, Barbie and Godzilla fighting it out. I'm going to have okay. I initially said pin the fire on the Godzilla because he breathes fire, which I was quickly corrected by Josh as it's not fire. Godzilla does not breathe fire. It's more of like a laser burst. And I'm like, okay, pin the laser burst on the Godzilla. Um, and we're going to have Godzilla versus Barbie tag. So the people trying to the chasers have to walk like Godzilla, and Godzilla's big slow, take big, wide steps. And the Barbies who are being chased have to walk like Barbie. And Barbie has stiff legs. She doesn't bend at the knees. Well, I know some Barbies can bend at the knees now, but Barbie growing up did not bend at the knees. So they have to straight-legged try and run away from the Godzillas. Thought that might be fun. Um so Pin the Laser Burst is the Godzilla game. Barbie versus Godzilla Tag is a mixed game, and then the Barbie um activity is I figured I would just get like some crowns and a couple visors for the boys. So Barbie crowns and Ken visors, and get like some puff stickers and markers and stamps and whatever, and they can just arts and craft it up. We are not doing a piñata, as there are no Walmart.com and Amazon do not sell Godzilla piñatas. And I don't feel right hitting Barbie's head and breaking open a Barbie head. So we're just not doing a piñata. Also, I mean, it'll be in the backyard and we have 2 dogs. So like I'm also thinking, well, what if something doesn't get picked up? Um and also, since I'm a crunchy mom, I'm not filling it with candy. I would have filled it with like granola bars and applesauce, and the other parents would have been like, what the fuck? So sue me for not hand making a piñata either, as both Josh and my parents suggested. Oh, why don't you hand make a piñata? Look, I love my kid. I'm not hand making a piñata. I'm not buying her a $125 axolotl stuffy either, okay? I have there are limits to my love for my child. um let's see what else. So the cake, the activities. Oh, and a photo booth area. As long as if it's nice outside, well, the photo booth can be done inside or outside. Tag is the only thing that can't be done outside. So I would have to find a different activity to do in case we had to have an inside birthday party. But I'm gonna have a photo booth area. It's gonna be it's gonna be like one area, but have the like be split, not 2 sides, like this side, that side is opposite ends of the area, but like next to each other. And one side is going to be the city skyline on fire, and it's gonna be like the Godzilla side. And then I'm gonna have the other side, and it's gonna be a pink Barbie box. And I'm so excited because I think like what I see in my head is gonna turn out so good. Um, so yeah, really excited for that. Um, I I'm also contemplating on playing Godzilla and Barbie movies back to back on repeat inside. Um, in case some of the kids want to come inside and like have like some chill time, we'll have Barbie or Godzilla playing. I also have a soundtrack put together, so if anyone has any suggestions for this, please help me out. But I was only able to find 2 Godzilla songs, and really it's the same song, just done by 2 different singers. One of them is the Godzilla song by Blue Colt Oyster, which is like the older one, the original one. And then one of the movies, some other band like redid the song, not redid it, but like covered the song. And so it's just like a more modern beat, a modern sound, but it's the same song. So that's all that I have. And the rest of it, because y'all, like Barbie's got all these different movies. Like I had Princess and the Pauper, there's Barbie Swan Lake, there's like Thumbelina, there's like gosh, there's mermaid ones. So I had Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper. They also have Princess and the Pop Star, which is a definitely more modern telling of Princess and the Pauper. So like, and they have like all these like little shows too, right? So of course, on Apple Music, there's a Barbie Essentials playlist, and it is just all of these songs from all of these movies thrown on. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Sync that over to my Barbie playlist and then add, oh, and then, there's the Barbie movie, So I pulled a couple songs from there. Not every song is great, and not all songs are like upbeat and poppy. So, oh, and of course, okay, y'all, this might cause a little bit of controversy, but think in the mind, this is a 6-year-old's birthday party where 6-year-olds are not really going to understand the lyrics. But yes, I have the Barbie song by Aqua on the playlist. Yes, I know that song really is not an appropriate song. Yes, I know the hidden meaning behind the song. Y'all, come on. It's a 6-year-old birthday party. She thinks it's just the Barbie song. It's one of her favorite songs, unfortunately, you know? So, I've got that, and then, like I said, 2 Godzilla songs. So, if anybody has any songs that are like Godzilla, send it to me so I can put it on this playlist, okay? Because I really would like to try and put more Godzilla songs so it's not totally Barbie pop, like, having some, like, city destroying Godzilla music, would be I would like to it won't be a total balance out, but it would be better than just having 2 songs, which are really the same song. So, for her playlist. I'm at an hour and 45 minutes, and I only plan for the party to be like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours, depending on how much fun the kids are having. Because we also have a trampoline, and we'll get the swing put up by then. So, and we're inviting the cousins. We're inviting the quote unquote cousins, which is Josh's best friend's kids. And then we're inviting her best friend from school, and then the cousin's cousin. It's kind of a spider web of blood relatives and non-blood relatives um to our birthday party. And so there's only going to be like maybe there's less than 10 kids. There's possibly more than 15 adults. So if the kids are having fun and it's like 4 hours in, like I say whatever, as long as we don't run out of drinks and as long as everyone's like cool and okay and fine, like I'm down with it. Stay as long as you want. Let your kids pass out on the ride home, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun for her. I think it'll definitely be one for the books. I cannot wait to start putting this into action. Like, I went to Home Depot, I got the boxes to make the Barbie box, I've got paint, I've been getting snack oh! The goodie bags, I forgot. Okay, so Walmart.com has a Barbie themed goodie bag, which there's enough for every girl to have. And it comes, I don't know why I was so set on this, but I'm like, slap bracelets. I want there to be slap bracelets in these goodie bags. Barbie slap bracelets, Godzilla slap bracelets, please. This Barbie goodie bag set has slap bracelets. And I was like, oh snap. Also, one fun fact about Ava is like her grandfather, my dad, she has a keychain collection, and this goodie bag set has keychains with it. But not only that, technically, there's enough for each girl to have two, or enough for each girl to have one, and for Ava to have the double set. So I think there's like 5 boxes, bags, but there's 10 keychains. And so Ava can have one of every kind of keychain, and then each girl gets one keychain. Ava called them keycanes, but they're keychains. I will forever call them keycanes, but she has already uh, fixed herself, which kind of makes me sad, but is what it is. And Amazon has the boy goodie, not the boy and girl goodie bags, because everyone's going to get a little bit of everything, kind of to an extent, but it does kind of help that she picked like a really girly thing and then a really boyish thing for her birthday party. So I can kind of split it into boy goodie bags, girl goodie bags, because boys don't want pink sunglasses. Boys don't want necessarily probably won't want the Barbie stickers. So Amazon has like a Godzilla goodie bag set, and I don't remember what's in it. All I know is there's Godzilla stamps and We plan on putting those out at the crown and hat making station, and once that is done, throwing them away because stamps is in the things of it's in the things of don't go in my house. Play-Doh doesn't go in my house. Slime doesn't go in my house. Stamps don't go in my house, except for this one day. So, yes. Oh, I think there's like silly bands. Oh wait, no, those were the stamp outlines. I don't know. I know there's Godzilla slap bracelets in this, and I was like, holy cannoli, what are the odds that I got lucky like that? So I don't know. The slap bracelets I was just really set on for some reason, and that was a success. So yes, that is what I have for Ava's birthday party. I'm so excited. Um, I think she's really gonna love it. I think she's gonna remember it for a while. And all of the help with ideas and stuff. I got a lot of stuff from Pinterest, but just as like a public thank you to those who I've talked with and asked for your opinions on things and for your thoughts and ideas for stuff. Like, thank you guys so much because it's gonna like you guys have helped me with this just even for what you've spoken into my brain about stuff. So, anyways, I'll stop yakking your ear off now. But I just wanted to really just document, you could say, this birthday episode. And so excited. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait to take all the pictures and to post about it and then to talk about it in the blog and stuff. Ooh, I'm excited. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good week and I'll be back here next weekend. So, we'll chat with you later.